If you're bummed about Neil Young taking his music off Spotify, fear not. You can still be rocking in the free world by going to www.NTTFGPOD.com and subscribe. I'm Rock.
And I'm Archie.
Well, our opinions, they might not matter to some, but...
What are you doing in there?
It's a podcast.
Immature, crass, trashy. And those are their good qualities. These poor schmucks are a couple of IQ points away from eating paste. But when it comes to music, sports, and comedy, well, that's all they know. You're listening to
Not These Two Fucking Guys.
Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
Rocco, you sick motherfucker. you sick motherfucker.
What's up there, home skillet?
We took a little bit of a hiatus. We went on vacay, as the kids call it. You went to the island somewhere. I was down on the Jersey Shore. We were vacationing.
All right, tell them the truth. What happened? You had to do a 30-day bid.
I had to go away for a little bit.
Archie had to go to college for a month.
I had to go to college for a month, so we couldn't get the podcast out. Now, Rocco and I decided we were going to take a little bit of a break. We needed a little break for towards the end of our 2-year anniversary coming up, February 27th. We'll make 2 years that the podcast is motherfucking live in effect. And we decided we wanted to take a little bit of a break just to collect ourselves personally, physically, sexually, and come back at you with a fucking banger of an episode, because you know who we got coming up following our little rant. Awesome guest.
Very excited about our guest.
So listen, we haven't checked in a while, and there's a couple things that I wanted to say. Now, we do love to give shout outs to people who have passed away, that we looked up to or, admired or somewhat. And in the past, since 2022 started, Betty, Bob, and Meatloaf. Betty White, Bob Saget, and Meatloaf have passed on. And
Louie Anderson.
Oh, fuck, Louie Anderson. I forgot about that tubby son of a bitch. That's right. No, he was funny, bro. How funny was he in Coming to America, working the fries?
Yeah, dude, he was good. He's been around a long time.
So real quick, I just want to do a minute, on each, because I know we got a couple. It's crazy how many people passed away, but like Betty White, reminds me physically of my grandmother. So it was very hard to see her go, even though she almost reached 100. Fucking 99, and I loved the Golden Girls growing up, like that was like in the fucking 80s, 90s, and
that was like late 80s, I think.
And she was a singer, an actress, looked upon in the industry as a strong female woman at a time where
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Impromptu. F, marry, kill.
Okay.
Rose, Blanche, Dorothy.
All right. I'm definitely fucking Blanche. Because Blanche was the whore, and the whore of the group. And you definitely damn well know that she's going to fucking leave you satisfied with a little fucking peekaboo tickle. Rose, Dorothy's very... She's a little lippy. She's gonna get killed. and I think Rose, we're gonna marry Rose because she had that dumb humor, and you can just fucking laugh through life with her. So that's my call right there.
Would you be able to put it with that Minnesota accent? Oh, don't you know?
Schwoogen. Yeah, she.
Hey, do you think any of Betty White's classmates attended her funeral? I don't think so.
I don't think so. No, I don't think. Not at 99.
99. Would you? So, all right, would you sign up to be 99 years old, but the last 20 years, you're continuously bleeding from your penis?
Depends.
Anyway, dude, Betty White, she was like generational, like, from young kids to people our age and older admired her.
She was a fucking looker back in the day, no? You see some pictures of her, like in the 40s, the 50s?
I think she's from like the fucking roaring 20s.
No, but like, you want to know? Let me take that back. You ever see some pictures of her like in her 20s or 30s? Like, she's a fucking looker. Like, she could,
That was long time ago, though.
So, on to the next one, Bob Saget. Oh my God, like a second father. Who didn't grow up watching Full House?
Danny Tanner.
Danny Tanner, rip. That son of a bitch. He had a 40-year-old, I don't know her name and I apologize. I can see her face right now. A beautiful 40-year-old wife left behind. Jesus, the internet went fucking bonkers when that happened. Stamos, fucking John. I didn't know how close John Mayer was to him. And who do we follow? Jeff Ross.
Yep,
he was very close. He tweeted out a lot of stuff. Bob Saget was a dirty comic with a fucking PGTV career.
Oh, 100%. He do you remember what was it in goddamn, what's the name of the movie? Half Baked. The one scene. Did you ever suck dick for weed?
For coke. You ever suck dick for coke?
I was like, whoa, Mr. Tanner. Hey, listen, he too. He was my daughter loves the show Fuller House. So again, even he's had longevity where younger kids get to know him now or got to know him.
Yeah. Well, check out. I think his specials from 2017, but it's trending on Netflix right now. Give that a watch. You'll fucking love him. If you've never listened to him, you'll fall in love with him. Bob Saget. Rip Bob Saget. Next one, I gotta go. Meatloaf. So listen, quick story. I'm driving with my brother to meet my mother in Pennsylvania, and I was 15 years old, and he puts on 2 albums. One album, Bat Out of Hell, Meatloaf, which I was like, I couldn't fathom how somebody could name themselves Meatloaf. And I knew my brother always listens to rock. So I'm like, Meatloaf is a rocker? Like, I couldn't put 2 and 2 together, even though I was 15, probably old enough. And the second album was Bob Marley Legends, Bob Marley and the Wailers, which was, fucking fantastic. So on the way down to Pennsylvania, I listened to reggae and this rock opera for the first time. And both of these albums simultaneously blew my mind away at 15 years old. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell, to this day, is one of the greatest rock albums from start to motherfucking finish.
We're going to go all the way tonight. We're going to go all the way tonight. And then fucking Phil Rizzuto in the fucking, in the song.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
So,
dude, so like Meatloaf was legit. You cannot even name someone that even like resembles like his genre or what he does or the character he is, right?
Yep. Amazing singer for his size.
I thought you met him that one time when you called me up and I'm like, yo, what's going on? And you're like, I just swallowed some meatloaf. But you were talking about your dinner, which is weird. I don't know. I must have got my signals crossed.
Oh yeah, definitely. Little tidbit for you. Meatloaf is Scott Ian's father-in-law.
I know.
Or was Scott Ian's father-in-law. Yeah, from Anthrax. A couple cool movies. He did some acting. He was in that Steve Martin movie. Leap of Faith. He was. Dude,
I loved Leap of Faith. I thought that was a fucking great movie.
One of Steve Martin's best.
Yep.
He was in a bunch of other shit too that is escaping my mind.
Fight Club?
It wasn't Fight Club, that's right. Yeah. So
he was very versatile.
The Loaf, bro. Meatloaf. Rest in peace, another great one. And finally, batting fourth, Louie Anderson. Louie Anderson.
Dude, some of his late. I don't know if you ever watched the show Baskets with Zach Galifianakis.
He played. Didn't he play a tranny? No. He played a woman.
He played Zach Galifianakis' mother in Baskets and was absolutely fucking hysterical.
Probably some of his best work, you could say.
Yeah, 100%. And the amount of you saw the outpouring, especially in the the comedian community.
Yeah.
Whether they were influenced by him or were fans of him, but gone too soon.
Gone too soon, pal. What a shame. Louie Anderson, another stand-up, a comedic actor, a tremendous amount of roles. Check out the movies he was in. Coming to America is just one of them. Baskets was a show, with, like you said, with Zach Galifianakis. He did a lot of cool shit, man. The best thing that we could do to praise these people that we lost is to check out their old catalog. Betty, Bob, Meatloaf, and Louie, rest in peace.
Arch, the GOAT, the fucking, I don't care what you say, the fucking definitive GOAT of football has officially retired. TB12. Tom fucking Brady.
Yeah, man. This is pretty crazy,
I don't care if you're the biggest New England Patriots hater.
Yeah.
If Tom Brady hasn't converted anybody that didn't like him into liking him, then you don't like seeing people succeed, or you don't truly like sports.
Talk to a Jet fan.
This guy, yeah, well, jeez. Now, I guess I get I always like Tom Brady, and I guess people say, well, you guys are Giants fans. You beat him twice in the Super Bowl, so that's why I don't have a problem with him. Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah.
Right. We can claim we beat the greatest ever. And, everyone says it was up for debate if he's the greatest quarterback ever. I think he's the greatest NFL player ever.
Yeah. 22 seasons. Dude. His stats, his fucking, to make the play at the right time. He's one of those people that so how many years did he go to Tampa Bay for? Retiring in Tampa Bay would be 2 years, right?
2 years.
And just turns Tampa Bay around in fucking in 2 years. He's one of those guys. You're a winner, TB.
He's been on and his conditioning that he worked on. If you watch his video from the NFL Combine when he was a rookie,
yeah,
and you see what the shape he was in to what he is now. He looked kind of doughy. He didn't look like an athlete, dude. He has a crazy strict diet that he does. He's a competitor. He's a winner.
He's an open mouth kids kisser.
Well, that's weird. All right, not down with that. So he didn't play. He sat out 1 year. He was hurt. Right.
Yep.
If you take his career from rookie to injury.
Mm-hmm.
Is one career, and from coming back from the injury to retirement is he had 2 Hall of Fame fucking careers. I'm sorry, I don't think you'll ever see that again. No. I don't. And when he first started winning with the Patriots, the Patriots weren't a dominant team. There was parity in football that there was no dominant team. You had a lot of very good teams. So It wasn't like he had, a stud team around him.
Wasn't he Bledsoe's backup?
Yeah, he replaced Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah.
And you got to give credit to Belichick. Belichick, Bledsoe was still a good quarterback then. He sat and Brady put Brady in. They won their first title in that regime. So Bledsoe got a ring, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But man. Yeah. Hey, listen, I think he deserved it. Bledsoe had a good career too. I saw the funniest meme the other day. So the Super Bowl. Oh, wait, are we gonna get sued? We can't say that. The big game is happening this Sunday, and it's the Bengals versus the Rams. So long story short, it's the Super Bowl is in LA. So never before until last year has the Super Bowl been a home game for a team. It is this year for the Rams, and it was last year for Tampa.
Okay.
So I saw a meme that went around. It was it was supposed to be like an inner office memo from like Roger Goodell to the NFL, and it said it explained the whole scenario, how we've never had it before, a home team Super Bowl game until the past 2 years. So to guarantee this never happens again, we're now moving all Super Bowls to Texas Stadium where the fucking Cowboys play. It gave me the gigs.
Yeah.
Give me your Super Bowl prediction.
My friend, 31-27. I'll be doing the icky shuffle.
Wow. So you think that cool Joe Burrow is going to pull it out over Matthew Stafford?
I think the Bengals are going to prevail. This game is going to just gift wrap the whole season into one fucking ball of fun. And they are going to prevail 31-27, the Bengals.
Wow, that's strong. So my heart's with the Bengals, but I think my head may be leaning towards the Rams. I feel like
Where's your dick?
Poof. I haven't seen it in a while. I don't know, man. I feel like the Rams have so many fucking weapons. The Rams defense is sick, and they're gonna get after it. They're gonna make Joe Burrow run for his life. But like Joe Burrow he's like unflappable. Like you can't shake him. You can't fucking he's not gonna crack under the spotlight, put it that way. So but if I had to guess, and the only thing that throws me too is that Stafford has been throwing a lot of picks lately. And the Bengals don't turn the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
So my official prediction, what do I do? Do I change it up now? I'm going to say it'll be 24-21, the Rams.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Let's see who wins.
You happen to see that Joe Burrow, but is it Burrow or Burrows?
Burrow.
Joe Burrow interview after they made it to the Super Bowl? After the win?
No, what'd he say?
No, I mean, so
Doesn't he look like he should be hitting Joe Pesci in the head with a fucking paint can?
I thought it was Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block.
No.
I thought he was a fucking I thought he was a boy band guy. But very composed for 25 years old. Very, very, like he took, I think he went to the Derek Jeter etiquette handle the media class, 101, and he was very, he's a confident little fuck, isn't he?
Yeah, well, you fucking need that.
If he's your starting quarterback, right? So,
yeah, his Burrow is thorough.
Ooh.
So,
I think he is going to lead the Bengals to victory, and I will be doing the icky shuffle. And if nobody knows what the icky shuffle is, back in my day, there was a running back for the Bengals, Icky Woods.
By the way, he presented him with the trophy,
the
championship trophy. Yeah, you seen Icky Woods?
Big guy.
To believe that he was a fucking a running back. Whoa. Anyway.
Well, I think the Bengals are going to win. You think the Rams are going to win? You want to put a friendly bet on it?
The Rams win. You give me $100.
Okay.
If the Bengals lose, you give me $100.
Well, that's a fucking win-win for me, isn't it? Piece of shit. So, Rocky.
Yes, my dearest Jason.
Do you happen to play Wordle?
I sure do.
Well,
it's a good on the bowl fucking game.
Can you explain to our listeners out there what Wordle is?
It's like if like Scrabble and a crossword puzzle fucked and had a kid. Okay. You get 6 tries.
Okay.
You get 6 tries. You got to pick 5 letters.
Okay.
And if you get a letter correct and you guessed it in the right spot, it goes green. If it's a letter in the word, but in the incorrect spot, it goes yeller. And if it's not correct and you got ungats, it's grayed out. So,
well, it just so happens that software engineer Josh Wardle released the free simple online game in October, and now it has been bought by the New York Times for a 7-figure sum.
Oh my God.
He pretty much invented this game to have fun. Josh Wordle, and he sold it to
I see
the New
what
York
he did
Times.
there.
He sold it to the New York Times for a 7-figure sum. Is it a hard game? It makes you think, right?
It makes you think. Some are challenging. It all depends on the first word that you guess.
Yeah.
To see how many, it's like a little Wheel of Fortune too. I'll take a RSTLNE, like to buy a vowel. Some people have different strategies. Some people just, go for a vowel heavy word like audio to start off with.
Yeah.
My go-to has been stare. I like the letters.
Okay.
Everyone's like posting shit online now, which is weird. But if you play it against like one of your friends, you like send them it. Say, hey, I finished it in 3. Jerk off. What'd you do?
Nice.
They say 2 and it ruins your day.
By any chance, have you seen Madonna's ass recently?
Dude, you're the third person to ask me that today. That's crazy. No, I have not.
What
I haven't seen Madonna in fucking years.
Fuck. I am a Madonna fan as far as like I listen to the classics, right? And anything out of fucking maybe past 95, 97, it means ugats to me. But the 63-year-old has been dressing up in these risque pictures, rocking like black lingerie, fishnet tights, and embroidered jackets and stuff. And all of these negative comments are coming out saying, "Why don't you fucking cover up? All right, enough with that." But one person stands out. Remember, do you know a rapper from the Lou?
From the Lou. A rapper from the Lou. The fuck is the Lou?
Nelly? St. Louis?
Ah, gotcha. Yes.
So he kind of chimed in on social media and was like, "Hey Madonna, you're good and all that, but I think it's time for you to cover up, So he's under fire right now by Madonna fans and by some so-called media outlets that basically, the rapper should hush up a little bit. What do you think about a 63-year-old rocking lingerie and doing her thing and probably trying to stay in the hot seat in the spotlight?
Well, that's exactly it. That's, to me, it sounds like she's trying to just keep her name relevant and out there and get people talking. So listen, if that's what you want to do it. I mean, it is what it is. It's your fucking body, I mean, she's pretty much over her whole career has dressed like a hooker. So I mean,
why stop now?
Why stop now? Fuck it. You know what I mean? So if that's what makes her feel good, then God bless.
Gotcha. Well, again, you put on the Madonna classics for me. I'm gonna rock those. What is it? Open Your Heart.
I've seen her in concert. Fucking puts on a fucking great show.
That's a bucket list for me. That's like one that I would like to see. I want to see Madonna just to see, like Madonna. I'd like to see Billy Joel. I'd like to see Elton John. I'd like to see these dudes before they retire.
Yeah, Billy Joel was one of the best concerts I've been to at the Garden. But yeah, you're right. All these icons, for sure, you got to go out and get and see them while you can.
Yeah. So if anybody out there wants to see a 63-year-old in lingerie, look up Madonna. She's rocking it.
Yo, did you see the single / video that Jake Paul dropped?
I can't nowadays it's just fucking different out there, man. Like he's pretty much going to the media masses and sending out a fucking a self-made video. And I mean, self-made. It was produced, you know. He put money into it, but like he pretty much was like, I'm gonna make a fucking video and I'm gonna wreck Dana White. Is he trying to get into the UFC or be banned by the UFC?
He's trying to get, from what he says, he's trying to get better pay for fighters.
Yes,
like maybe more equivalent of like what boxers get. But that video was like, I mean, he pretty much fucked Dana White is what is if you didn't catch what the video is about,
we're gonna put a link.
Yeah, dude, it was it's actually pretty funny.
It was.
Hey, listen. Anyone that like talks shit about Jake Paul, like whatever your opinion of him, but like, I mean, dude, the guy fucking, he's boxed. He's been successful. He's a YouTube, a content creator, successful. He gets his fucking name out. He's working his fucking pay plan, as we say. He's putting himself out there. So, and you know, he's managing boxers now, like Amanda Serrano has a big fight coming up with Katie Taylor. He's getting more eyes on products, that's for sure.
Why did he say, Dana White, if you come up clean and don't like do a test for cocaine? And then Dana White was like, I don't do fucking cocaine. Like he responded back in a video. He's like, I don't do fucking cocaine. And why don't you take a steroid test?
Yeah.
What is going on in the world right now? I
think Dana White just thinks like, this little prick's not gonna fucking get me. Like Dana White couldn't even button his lip for this. Like he was like, all right, you know, fuck you. But then I hear Jake Paul's training MMA now. So who knows? He's one of those guys. He's like the classic heel in wrestling, right?
Yeah. Like
when I was younger, everyone paid their money to see Rowdy Roddy Piper, you know, get the shit kicked out of him by Hulk Hogan. Like, get his. Yeah. People are going to pay to watch him get his fucking ass handed to him. And so far, it hasn't happened. You know what I mean? So it only adds more to his intrigue and what he brings to the table.
All jokes on us when fucking you find out Dana White and Jake Paul are in cahoots. And it's all pulling the woolly all over all of us because they're going to make a fucking payday.
Let me tell you something. It wouldn't surprise me. And I think that's fucking fantastic business. You know what I mean? Even if you fucking, it's like a real life WWE storyline.
Yeah.
But like, hey, you know the guy. Maybe you don't like the guy. Maybe you're best friends with the fucking guy. We could be very good for each other. You know, perfect foils for each other.
Yeah.
We can make some fucking cash. Let's take everybody along for the ride.
Yep.
That would be a stroke of genius, actually.
Where do you see this going? What's the end game in this Dana White, Jake Paul feud?
Jake Paul, I'm going to say, is never going to have an MMA fight.
Okay.
I know he may be training, and that's all good. He's never going to have an MMA fight. And I think he's going to continue to box, and he's going to pick fights that he thinks he can win.
Now
he hasn't fought a professional boxer yet, so we'll see what happens. I mean, he clearly has skills. Right? People are sleeping on him, but like he's putting in the work.
Yeah.
Again, will he be a fucking champion? No, don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Can he win fights that are handpicked for him? 100%.
Yeah. Now you say never an MMA fight, but there would be, maybe not UFC, but somebody would take him. It's a draw.
Oh yeah, fucking Bellator wants to sign him. PFL wants to sign him. If he does fight MMA, I mean, it would have to be somebody with equal experience.
Yeah.
You know? And they're not going to put him in. They're not going to put him in there with somebody who has good jiu-jitsu. Just wouldn't happen.
Gotcha. Well, so check out the link in our description of this video that Jake Paul put out against Dana White.
Oh, by the way, I didn't even know Jake Paul was a rapper, apparently. Is everyone a rapper now?
Fucking, he just, what a dope. Just sucks.
My God.
Rocco.
Yes, sir.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Doing well. You?
Oh, very good today, bro. You know, with our next guest, I can speak for you and myself how honored we are to have him on, no?
Right on.
Well, if you're a serious guitar player, a rock guitar player, then you know how innovative his style of playing is to the genre. We got Riff Beast, Riff Lord, Beard of Doom. Just some of the nicknames that the heavy metal community has given him. Welcome to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast, NOLA's own Kirk Windstein. What's up, bro?
Thank y'all for having me today, man. I appreciate it,
man. This is long awaited for Rocco and myself. You are one of our definitely inspiration in music, and we just couldn't wait to talk to you, bro.
Oh, well, thanks. I really do appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Well, Rocco, I'm going to say...
Hop right into it.
I'm jumping right into this fucking album, dude. Woo!
Yeah.
Son. They were nice enough to send us the album right from the get. The fear that binds you. Right from the get, you just get slapped in the face. That's fucking Crowbar. Right in the face.
Kill him.
How? So tell us about the album, man. The new album that's coming out. People want to hear new Crowbar. A little something.
Honestly, we tried to really make it. Like I told the guys going in, I said I want to bring in some doom elements that we kind of haven't addressed in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple of like proper doom songs on this record, which is a big part of Crowbar's sound. But in general, I really wanted to make it a diverse record. Like Fear That Binds You is got some slow, heavy shit, but it's also a ripper a bit.
Oh yeah.
So we got a little bit of everything on it. For us, people are starting to find out because of all the interviews, but this record was completely done. Recorded, mixed, mastered, given to the label, the whole 9 yards, 2 years ago, February of 2020. So we had to sit around, sit on our hands, shut the fuck up, and knowing that we really believe we had a killer fucking record, man. And it's like, we can't do anything with it. We didn't want to put it out during the pandemic. There were a lot of really great albums that came out, and I won't say they got forgotten or lost, but if you're not able to get on tour and support a new record, you know how people's attention spans are these days.
Oh yeah.
The diehards will go out and buy it, but it kind of gets, and we were just like, look, we really believe in this record. We're super happy with the lineup that we have, which has been together now almost 4 years. So, and a lot of people as well, in mentioning the lineup, think that, Kirk's the original guy, blah, blah, blah. And, he's always changing members. It's like our drummer, Tommy Buckley's now been in the band 18 years. And Matt Brunson, to me, has been in at least 15, going on 16 years, the other guitar player. Yeah. So, us three as like the core of the band have been together for a long time. We've had some bass player ups and downs, but we're really solid where we're at right now. But it was really tough to sit on a record that we think kicks ass for 2 years and just do nothing, but we're so glad that it's coming out. It's great to be doing all these interviews, and everybody, the feedback has been nothing but positive. Everybody's really digging it. So, we're in a good mental place right now. We did our first rehearsals for the upcoming Sepultura Sacred Reich tour last night, and we rehearsed 2 tracks off of it, and it sounded fucking killer.
I'd say I heard it the first time last Monday morning after like a football filled hangover eating like shit weekend. I put that on first thing in the morning, and it set the tone for my day, and it was awesome.
Killer. Awesome.
This album to me feels like a catharsis for you. Like you're letting it all out. Like it has to feel like a release.
It is. And for me, not only the music, but especially lyrically and all, the whole thing is very therapeutic for me. Like a lot of songs are to the point. You might be able to make out the point I'm really trying to get across. And then a lot of them are just thoughts, not that I don't think I'm that crazy. But maybe I am. Who knows? But you know what? I just write down what I'm feeling and I make it rhyme, and it works. So
it sure does. And what struck me about this album is how dynamic it is. There's it goes from doom and then it gets fast. There's good singing. There's harmonies. Like it really has it all.
Thanks, big time, man. I mean, I think from the vocal perspective, doing the solo record really opened up. Well, it helped me out. It gave me a lot more confidence as a vocalist because, I'm always angry and, it's heavy and whatnot. But it really doing that solo record kind of gave me a lot, like I said, a lot more confidence. And I approach stuff differently on the doomier songs. There's a lot more melody. The singing is a lot less aggressive and more concentrated on singing melody, pronouncing correctly so that the words can be heard, not just a bunch of mumbled, angry shit. So, it took a long time to get to this point, but I'm happy that, vocally that I'm at this point. So, and, everything you said, I appreciate it, but I also completely agree with it. That was the idea, was diversity. We didn't want to make 10 songs that sound the same. We wanted to be Crowbar, but every record we do, we try to bring in a few different elements. And I would say that just shifting gears and doing some stuff that, we've always had slow riffs. Everyone knows that, but I think, like a song like Denial of the Truth, which I think is track 5, is really like a proper doom song. And it's got the melody vocally. I lay back a lot with the aggression and concentrate more on the melody and whatnot. And it shows, and the diversity is there. I got a lot of input from Matt and Shane, the other guitar player and our bassist. And it really helped, with the writing process, and everybody played great. And, we were so happy with it that we were like, this fucking sucks, but you know what? Let's do the right thing. And let's just wait. Let's just wait it out until we're able to get on the road,
Yeah. Now Rocco and I always mention, we've been in bands for years and we could relate to some extent that you talk about, and, putting an album together, almost like putting a set list together, it's almost like a batting lineup, like what songs. So to me, when I listen to this album, 4, 5, and 6 are your heavy hitters, man. Chemical Gods is fucking amazing, right? Denial of the Truth, and then number 6, Bleeding from Every Hole, which ironically is how Rocco describes his first marriage. But anyway, let me ask you a question about this.
Sure.
So, how do you sit down with everybody? Is it just you? Is it when you have all these songs together? Do you know, like, all right, I'm putting this, like, my heavy hitter here. I'm opening up the album here. I know it's almost like a dance. It's a chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, there's input from everyone. I'm kind of the chief arranger, and I guess, I guess at the end of the day, if I wanted to be a dick, I could say, no, this song's going here, but I try not to be, this is a band, this is not some, project with hired musicians. This is a real fucking band. And a lot of people have commented on that section of the record, the 4, 5, and 6, because
love it. It's
3 completely different things going on, but they're all killer. They're all heavy.
Yes.
And it shows, I think that, I love the beginning of the record. I love the end of the record, but that middle section is really, I'm old school. I still think of it as, okay, we're going to end side 1 with Denial of the Truth, like a doom tune, and then we're opening side 2 with Bleeding from Every Hole, a fucking aggressive, ripper. I still think of it like an album, like you got to get up and go flip the motherfucker and put the needle back down or whatever. But it helps, I think, in the running order of songs. We don't want to just, you have to spread it out because we love all 10 songs and we believe they're all strong.
Yeah.
So, when you use it, or when you look at it the way bands did back in the day, with vinyl, and when that was the only format other than cassette and 8-track or whatever, you looked at the whole listening experience as an album.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to just, nowadays people are like, oh, I really like Chemical Gods. We put on track 4, boom. Yep. Okay, let me go on fucking Sepultura or whoever next,
Yeah.
When I was a kid, when I had the time, I had a lot of free time. So I would listen to complete albums, and it was an experience. Put on my headphones, crank it up, and just lay back looking at the album cover and absorb and everything. And we still tried to do it that way, and make it like it's meant to be listened to as from the beginning of track 1 to the end of track 10 when you have the chance,
Yeah.
So
because 4, 5, and 6 to me, when I just caught my ears because it shows where Crowbar is in the dynamic of the song, of the dynamic of the band, how you can bring it down to doom, how you can kick it up in bleeding. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that stuck out to me. And
awesome.
to hear where you guys are now, even though it was 2 years ago, but to hear where you guys are now, and it's killer, dude. It's killer.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
One of the songs that I enjoy too also is Crush Negativity, and like the ending on that song and how it ends real fast. What are some of the themes to you of the album? Because I feel like a lot of these songs have a very positive message.
They do. And, believe it or not, I catch flack from a couple of super fans. One in particular, a German guy, is really cool, but he still loves it all. But he's like, maybe your life is too happy now. You don't want to die. You don't want to kill people. You don't want to kill women. You don't want. And I'm like, where's this coming from? That was 30 something years ago. It's like, yeah, I've changed a lot. But I think, honestly, and this is being totally honest, like I said earlier, it's very therapeutic for me, but there's not a day that goes by that on tour or, on social media or something where someone doesn't hit me up and tell me how, the music and lyrics have helped them get through a rough period in their life, help them get off drugs or alcohol, or, help them get through losing their parents, or, just the horrible parts about life, the dark shit about life. So I still write about those things. I just try to do it with hey, there's hope. You're not alone, and there's hope. It's not like, dude, go kill yourself, give up. There's you're wasting your fucking time. In the beginning, I guess I had to find myself as a lyricist a bit, and I didn't really know what to do. I'm like, well, the music's really heavy, and I love Carnivore, and Pete's pretty much angry at everything, so I guess I got to be angry at everything. So that was kind of I got started, but honestly, so it's developed. There's it's intended to be positive, in the big picture of things.
Now you mentioned that you just rehearsed yesterday, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, do you guys obviously the world technically hasn't heard the album yet, but are you guys do you look at each other and say, hey man, I got more riffs in a can, I got riffs for day, are you looking ahead at all?
Absolutely. In fact, I mean, our plan and our goal is to return from this Sepultura Sacred Reich thing. For us, is we have an extra 8 days added on to get to and from the beginning of the tour. It starts in California, it ends in California, and we really can't play anywhere in between because the tour is long and we're hitting all the fucking markets. And they have things like radius clauses where, if we're playing Houston, Texas, we can't play somewhere 45 minutes outside of Houston on the way out there or something. Okay. So we got 3.5 to 4 days out there and 3.5 to 4 days home. But it's going to be about 6 weeks total for us. We're leaving February 27th and we're looking to get home April 12th or 13th. So long tour, but we like that. And, we're just being positive, keeping our fingers crossed that everything's okay COVID wise. We're all vaccinated and all that good stuff. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, our goal, our game plan is to, because we haven't written in 2 years for Crowbar.
Yeah.
So our game plan is to get home and start writing the next Crowbar record now. we're itching to do it already. Getting in the room, yesterday evening and jamming just made it that much more like, we're ready to do it, man. So, I mean, I've got a couple of shows with Down in May. But so of course I'll be doing down rehearsals and get ready for those. But other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot right now that's on the books that we're definitely doing. I mean, a lot of like Crowbar's European stuff for the summer got pushed back to 2023.
Okay.
It's still rough, man. And I tell people, I know it sucks. I mean, it sucks for us too. I mean, I didn't think, we're losing out of money and the opportunity to go jam and play and do what we love to do.
Yeah.
But, it's too risky still because, the startup costs for an overseas tour or even are way more than a stateside tour, and, we're not a band that can afford to at the 11th hour to have the fucking rug pulled out from under us. Like, sorry guys, there's been an outbreak and the tour's canceled or, you got 25 shows booked and 10 of them are canceled in these different countries because they're on lockdown. And, we can't afford to do that. So as much as it sucks, we're hoping that the same package with Sepultura and Saget and Crowbar, we're scheduled for fall, like November of 2022 of this year in Europe and the UK. So we're hoping that that's going to happen. And we'll be doing some stateside stuff as well. With Crowbar in 2022. But we're hoping that, for God's sake, that this thing, like this tour we're getting ready to go on, we were supposed to leave in March of 2020, so it's 2 years later. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But, but we've been positive. All you can do is try to be positive. I mean, I went through the whole, my life sucks. Let me grab a fucking case of beer every day and eat fucking frozen pizza and gain 30 pounds. And, got kind of old. I did that every fucking day and said, nah, so got in the gym and I've been hardcore with all that shit, lost all my weight and then some. So,
good to hear.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I feel good.
I see you posting them gym pics and like, yeah, right on. Get that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, right now I've been going, in fact, I got you guys and I got 2 more Zooms and I got to go straight to the chiropractor. So my neck's pretty much fucked, which I knew. We did like 3 different x-rays from different angles and I have like severe, what the hell is the word? Degeneration of the discs in my spine and my neck, which I knew it was fucked. So I told my wife, she's like, I said, I'm not nervous. And, I'm not the kind of dude that is going to go, well, number one, I don't even have health insurance, but number 2, I'm not going to go let them cut on my fucking neck,
Yeah.
I mean, one little move and God bless him, you could end up like Don Dokken, I mean, he's getting use of his hands back and everything. But when they fucked up on the operation, he's like, my hands are dead.
Oh,
it takes me 20 minutes to put a pair of socks on. He goes, you got to relearn how to wipe your ass. You got to relearn how to do all of these things.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's actually a killer guitar player. Not many people know that, but Don Dokken is a killer guitar player. So he couldn't play guitar if he wanted to write tunes or whatever. And, he was just, they fucked it all up, man. And I'm like, that would be an absolute last ditch thing for me if it came to that. And really my biggest concern is that my spine is causing a lot of weakness in my shoulder, my right arm, and there's a bit of tingling, which this has been going on. Like if I would have went to and did this shit 10, 12 years ago, I wouldn't be in the boat I am today. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is. I can't change the past. So, and it seems to be working, but this has been going on and off for quite some time. I went through a bad thing in 2011 touring where I was having a lot of problems with numbness in my hand. Mainly, ironically, why can't it just be my pinky? It's my thumb and forefinger, which I hold a guitar pick in, but I was having a lot of cramping issues, trying every different shape, every different gauge of picks that I could get a hold of and trying to find something that actually fucking, that worked. And it's been helping a lot with the chiropractor. The strength in my hand is a lot better than it was. I mean, I didn't really have any issues at practice last night. So, and the other thing is I'm cold. None of us have really been riffing and jamming and doing much since the tour we did with Municipal Waste, which we got home on Thanksgiving Day. And unfortunately, myself and our drummer came home with COVID, even though we're fully vaccinated. So wasn't much of a Thanksgiving, but, whatever. So now I'm like, well, I got 2 shots of the shit and I caught it. So I should have antibodies. So I'm like, I'm still going to wear my mask and take all my precautions. But I'm like, man, I mean, I don't want to go get the booster like right. Well, I don't even think I need it right now, but who knows? I don't know, man. We just all you can do is try to be careful. I mean, you're in.
Yep.
We both woke up at the end of the tour at Municipal. We had one show on the way home in Memphis, which was actually a killer show. But my drummer and I both woke up and we were just like, dude, we're fucking sick. And we thought we were like, it can't be COVID. We're vaccinated. It's the flu. Which. Occasionally, once every couple of years, I get a bad bout of the flu on tour. But, and plus we were up in, we played Brooklyn. We were up in Boston. We were in New Hampshire. It was fucking cold and we're out in the weather and all that shit. And I'm like, yeah, it's the flu. So we get home Thanksgiving Day and then I just collapsed, just passed out. I slept for like 4 or 5 days straight. Only left the bed. It took every ounce of energy to just go take a piss and get a water or something, But I don't really remember it, so I can't say it was bad. I was just sad, exhausted. But my drummer texts my wife or his fiance, whatever, texts my wife that he's positive for COVID. My wife had some tests, so I'm like, I guess let's do it. And
let's do it.
I'm like, I got it. So whatever. Hopefully, I got the fucking antibodies and being fully vaccinated will give extra protection, so, but
that's right.
But I ain't scared. You got to do what you got to do.
So how does that change your mindset towards, so Archie and I have had the privilege, over the years to actually open up for you twice, once in PA, once in New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
We played with you in PA, with it was you guys, Overkill. Anyway, what we got to meet you, so nice, like great to talk to, but like what struck me was the time you took to stop and talk to the fans, and it wasn't just like bullshit talking. It was like you were actually interested to hear what they said and their feedback. Does that change now in a COVID world?
I mean, I kind of did it on the Municipal thing a lot less than usual, but I kind of did. But it's kind of like now I'm like, the thing is nobody can afford for anybody in the band to get sick because quarantine. I mean, it's shot. The whole tour's shot. And it's just it's one of those things. As much as I love to do that, and I do, I'm one of those guys. Some dudes want to stay on the bus, stay in the dressing room, whatever, and just go on stage and do that show, and then that's that. I'm not like that. I got to check out the opening acts. I got to get the groove going. I got to get the vibe of being at a gig going,
Yeah.
And it's been for me a long, long time now with my wife tour managing and doing merchandise for Crowbar. I go hang out with her at merch and meet it. I like taking pictures, meeting people, shooting the shit and hanging out, have a beer, something, whatever, man. But, it's kind of like you have to look at it like, okay, I kind of did that a little bit and I got the shit. So, I don't know. I think on a tour this long, that was a 2-week tour. And I was like, and in all honesty, I started feeling bad. I mean, we came home on a Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Wednesday, I was really sick, but we played Detroit on Monday. And I felt real lightheaded and had a bad headache. And I was just totally exhausted after the show. And I'm like, it's probably the weather. I mean, it was fucking, freezing. And, whatever, man. So I probably actually had the shit for a couple of days building up.
Yeah.
But but on this kind of thing, man, I mean, I'll pop out and check on everything here and there. But for the most part, I mean, I'm just gonna the thing that and I don't blame. I'm not calling the fans stupid, so I don't want this to be misinterpreted. But I'll say this: the dumb part of it is they want a picture with you, and they have no problem giving you a fist bump and standing, a little bit away. But if you got the mask on, they don't want a picture of you with the fucking mask on.
No.
They want you to take the mask off to take a picture. And then I'm like, but dude, you're a foot away and you're not wearing a mask. So, I'll do my best is all I can say, because I have to think of my health and I have to respect the other band members as well, in this situation, and the fans. I don't want to be, giving it to anyone if I, God forbid, happen to catch shit again,
You didn't take a picture with Kirk. That's your Uncle Lou. Get the
Right.
fuck.
So some old dude, some bald dude with a beard. It could be anybody.
That's your uncle.
But yeah, so that's the boat we're in, man. That's just reality these days,
man.
Yeah, we just saw. We went one of our favorite bands, Life of Agony. We got to see them in a place in New Jersey, and we just seen this morning that they have to cancel the rest of their Northeast tour because Mina and Veronica both caught it.
Oh wow!
So it's like, and that wasn't that a huge many dates tour, but you're saying 6 weeks. That's you can't. There's too much money at stake to sacrifice it. So
yeah, and people. I didn't mean to interrupt, but people have been waiting for 2 fucking years for this tour. So not only is it a financial disaster, it's a disaster for us. And if one of us gets it, and we're living on this bandwagon bus that we're breathing each other, thank God, everyone's vaccinated. And 2 of us and our driver got it as well. 2 band members and our driver. I don't know how my wife didn't get it, but thank God she didn't. But she just got to have a great immune system or something, because she bartends, and during the whole COVID thing, she was a waitress and just constantly around the public, and never had anything. She during the time that I had it, she tested probably 5 times negative, and she never had a symptom or anything. And but yeah, man, looking forward to doing this and getting out there, and just so happy to have the fucking record coming out.
Yeah, we're psyched, bro.
What date does it come out, actually? What date's the record come out?
March 4th, which is the first date with Sepultura in Sacramento, California. So perfect timing for the record to come out. Like the second video should drop a week or 10 days before that, which actually the second video is track 6, Bleeding from Every Hole. So we wanted to hit them with 2 hard hitters, Chemical Gods and Bleeding from Every Hole as the videos, the first 2 singles or whatever. And then, but like I said, the album is very diverse, but I think that sets the pace, and it kind of, makes all the old school fans happy that we're not doing something totally whack and away from what we're all about, so, but yeah, we're just pumped to get this record out and get on the road.
Well, I was at the gym last week, bro, rocking your shit. And I love it because I'll take the the iPod off, earbud, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And they got like this like club music playing, and I'm fucking rocking Crowbar, and I'm just like, let's go, motherfucker.
Awesome.
One more thing before you go. I just wanted to I don't know, I'm sure you heard, yesterday we lost Johnny Zazula.
Yep, I did. I saw that. I woke up to that this morning on Facebook, and I never had the pleasure of meeting the man, but I bought everything early on his label, and I really respect. I was really sad when his wife passed away as well, and it's kind of like a lot of times when you've been with someone that long, they call it the lonesome dove thing or something. But a lot of times, I never knew the man personally, so I'm not trying to speak for him. But rest in peace and God bless him and his family, and everything, man.
Gotcha.
It's a terrible loss to everyone, but to the metal community in particular. And I saw Charlie Benante's post this morning, like he had just spoken to him three days ago, and everything was fine, man. So it's really, really. Sorry to wake up. It's like that's why I'm not the biggest Facebooker anymore. I really use it more to keep up with old friends and really promote, my bands,
Yep.
But it seems like every fucking morning, because I wake up before my wife, I go to bed way earlier than her. Not that I have to, but I just do. I'm just getting old, I guess. But it's like every morning I wake up to somebody passed away, so very, very sad to hear that. And that's true, man. Terrible.
Well, brother.
Yeah, Facebook has become, I guess life is depressing sometimes, but Facebook's depressing. You're right.
Yeah, all it is scrolling down and somebody's either in the hospital, they just got cancer, they lost a family member, or they died, so it's like, so sometimes I'm like, I'll give it a break here and there. I'll give it 2 or 3 days where I might just pop on for a second, check on, replies to posts about the tour or the record and things like that. I don't really get too much into it, but anyway, man, I've thoroughly enjoyed it, man. I really appreciate it, fellas.
Yeah, dude, we can't thank you enough for your time. Hopefully we will get to see. We're in Jersey, so we'll see you when you come this way.
We got Irving Plaza up there.
Yep.
So and in the city. So
We will
All right,
be
brother.
there for sure.
awesome. Well, come up and say hey, man.
Yeah, the great Kirk Windstein. Yo, album drops March 4th. We're so psyched, bro. Can't wait.
Awesome,
Everybody-
man. I appreciate it big time. Thank y'all so much.
All right, brother. Be safe.
Y'all
Stay
too.
well.
Have a good one. I shall. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the great Kirk Windstein of Crowbar, Kingdom of Sorrow, Down, his solo shit. Woo, son. Yo, Rock, this album is fucking dope. And yo, all you Doom people out there, fucking heavy metal people out there, you gotta fucking get this album March 4th. Shit, like I said, Chemical Gods. I thought the single's on Spotify, Chemical Gods, but it is fucking killer. That's what Crowbar is about, and it represents them quite well, that song.
I think people that don't know a lot about Doom, they think it's like a tough listen. You know what I mean? Like it's but this album is so dynamic. It's just a quick. I couldn't believe the album was over.
Yeah.
When I was done with it.
Very true. Very true. A lot of like 3 minutes and 40 seconds, 4 minutes and 20-second type songs, not like the fucking, Yeah, I feel like when people hear Doom, they're like, yo, his face is painted white.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like worshiping the devil, Doom music.
I think it's beautiful with the doomy music and the positive message behind it. It's like, wow.
It gives it a great dynamic.
Yes, sir.
Well, my fine bearded friend, with that being said, what do you have to say to the people?
If you just heard us chatting with our boy Kirk and you can't help but smirk because all you want is a perk and a jerk, then you just listen to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
Yeah.
I think we should put out our own rap video.
Oh my God, we're finally gonna do it. Vicious and Delicious, right? Make our first fucking album. Let's go. Yeah, just call me Delish from now on. All right, Vish.